is time for K-pop Catch-Up, where we learn all things new in the K-pop industry and hear from the groups themselves.
That's right. We've got another exclusive interview with a group who worked their way up from the bottom. VANNER shared their story exclusively with Fox 13 video journalist Clint Edwards. Hi, Clint.
Hey, yeah, so this group is a true underdog success story. VANNER debuted in 2019, but unfortunately in an industry where groups debut every single month, they weren't able to see that success until they competed on a survival show this year, winning it and getting their name out into the world.
Interesting. Okay, well, let's take a look at what they have to say here.
Hello, Studio 13 VR. VANNER.
I'm your performer. 내 심장이 춤을 춰. Tell about what you're waiting for, baby. I'm your performer. Everything and every way. 너 원심된 느껴, baby. I'm your performer.
You're seeing their latest music video for the title track Performer. That's on their first album after their win on Peak Time. Now, the previous music videos received just a few 100,000 views, but Performer has over 8 million since its release.
Wow.
So their success didn't stop there. For all the previous albums, they sold just a few thousand physical copies, but for this album alone, they sold over 100,000 in the first week. Even though they're experiencing the success that they always wanted, they say they will never forget the goals they set and the people they met on the show.
더 많은 분들에게 저희 배너를 알리고 싶고 더 성장하고 싶은 마음이 크고요. 물론 스코어도 중요하겠지만 이 앨범을 통해서 더 배우고 싶은 마음이 큰 것 같습니다.
그리고 또 지금 한국에서도 BTS 선배님이나 블랙핑크 선배님처럼 되게 한국을 많이 알려주신 선배님들 계시잖아요. 그런 선배님들처럼 저희들도 한국을 좀 많이 알리고 싶고, 저희가 피크타임에 나오면서 정말 저희들과 같은 어떤 친구들을 많이 봤어요. 같은 상황에서 그 친구들도 다 굉장히 잘한다는 거를 많은 사람들이 알아봐 줬으면 좋겠어서, 저희들이 그런 환경에 있던 저희들이 정말 유명하고 정말 멋있는 가수가 되어서 세계에 나가면 그 친구들도 또 빛을 보지 않을까 해서 좀 선한 영향력을 가진 그런 가수로서 성장하고 싶습니다.
Oh my gosh, so cool. And you know, this is not the first group that you've been telling us about that has had success on one of these shows. Tell us about Peak Time. What is that show about?
So Peak Time was really a show that was meant to give underrated artists the spotlight. You know, there are hundreds of artists debuting every single year, and groups as well, and they're all able to either, you know, reach that success or they fly under the radar, and this is for those groups that flew under the radar. So yeah, it was 24 groups. Some of them were soloists as well, and they competed to you know, win the grand prize, but you know, to also get their name out there to the world.
Beautiful. So what was the grand prize?
So the grand prize was over around 200,000 USD. It was a little more in in Korea. They also won a global showcase for this comeback, but really the thing they all wanted was just the recognition that they're actually finally seeing now.
And we're seeing them now. And that music video, I have to say, was so cool.
It was.
Really cool,
I feel like K-pop artists just do the coolest music videos. But I know they were really like an underdog success story. So tell us what their life was like before all of this.
So before this, they shared it on the show Peak Time, but it kind of resonated with a lot of fans across the world. They had to work multiple part-time jobs. They would be, you know, doing popcorn at a movie theater, and they would be doing these jobs and no one would know who they were. So they'd do the jobs, they would go practice for hours and hours, wake up, do it again. And, you know, a lot of these companies, the bigger companies, the artists don't have to do that. They're able to just, you know, just practice. But they really had to put everything they had into it. Their CEO even had a side job as a driver.
Wow.
Yeah,
All for the love of the craft.
Yes, and they, since the show, they're winning the show, they went to a different company and they're finally able to just focus on music.
All those hustle jobs paid off.
Absolutely, they did. Good for them. And thank you, Clint. We can't wait until next time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We put a little bit more information on this group up on fox13seattle.com/Studio 13 Live.